2021 to all my colleagues at the IAC. This is also a great opportunity to thank Brent Crane for taking such good care of this important forum throughout the year. I was asked to share my assessment for 2021, and I'm gladly doing so. The end of 2020 provided already some solid indications as to the leading trends. Here they are. Trend number one, healthcare. You could say that this one is a no-brainer, and you will be right. 2020 was a year of tremendous economic devastation, but also of great and unprecedented medical achievements. We see three efforts in 2021. The first, Q4 of 2020, ended with the identification of the so-called British mutation to COVID, which means that 2021 will also continue to see massive scientific efforts to recalibrate and adapt the efficacy of the vaccine to cope with new mutations. Second, 2021 will be the year of acceleration in the development of new therapeutics. This could be largely attributed to the sense of urgency and ample opportunity created by the global effort to curb COVID-19. Extreme situations require extreme measures, and so we find ourselves breaking the all-time regulatory record for approval of new medications. This will speed up the pace of other drugs in the pipeline. Third, SPAC will continue to be hot, especially in healthcare, but also in insurance technology, financial technology, cybersecurity, telecommunications, content, and media. What is SPAC? SPAC is a special purpose acquisition company, often described as a blank check company. It is an empty shell company which raises money to go public in a specifically indicated sector of the market. SPACs are looking to buy a company for the purpose of a merger, usually within the next 2 years after their initial public offering. SPAC stocks have done pretty well, which is the main reason for the growing interest among investors, private as well as institutional. 2020 was the biggest year ever for SPACs, with tens of deals attracting tens of billions of dollars. Looking at the growth area, we can already assess that the immediate future of healthcare is digital first, customized, transparent, and efficient. More specifically, two healthcare-related sectors will go strong in 2021. The first is obvious, predictive and preventive medicine, digital customized solutions, and customized treatments. It's already happening. Second, less obvious, healthcare providers will join gig economy platforms. Trend number two, information verification. 2021 will be the year of information verification and data cleansing technologies. The combination of debilitating political polarization, unprecedented information overload, and the mainstreaming of the language of the post-truth conversation altogether created a unique sense of urgency among regulators and social media participants. People simply say, "We did not sign up for this when we decided to participate in social media. The algorithm that has pitted us against each other had been exposed." The term fake news stormed into our lives some 5 years ago with the Trump presidency. But the truth is that fake news is as old as human civilization itself. What is at the bottom of the regulatory struggle between governments and the big tech giants? The very definition of these companies' purpose. Advertising rules apply. And the number one rule is truth in advertising. The responsibility is not only on the advertiser, but also on the hosting platform, which financially benefits from the content. This is the context. 2021 will be the year of the big push for information verification technology. It may also be the year of the big regulatory bang, which will force one of the giants to disintegrate. Information verification is a well-known process in technology in which different types of information are checked for accuracy and inconsistencies. From a technological point of view, the capabilities to detect information doctoring or verify informational sources already exist. In 2021, we will witness a big push to turn these technologies into an applicable industry standard. Trend number 3, gig economy. It is expected that some gig economy platforms will continue to demonstrate growth and robust performance in 2021. Analysts project a growing demand for gig workers in the next several years, despite of the serious challenges it does create to its workers. Part of flex economy, gig economy is an expansion of the familiar term freelance. It is a relatively new digital marketplace based on a fixed term engagement. The worker is directly paid for by the client online. It's effective and bypasses the traditional mediator. COVID-19, again, provides the context. During the crisis, employers have realized the benefits that come with the flexibility of gig workers, including lower liability, fewer costs, and higher human resources maneuverability. Many view this to be the future of work, and indeed, gig economy has become ubiquitous. People post their talent, experience, and skill on a variety of digital platforms, and the clients purchase their services while both sides' performance is transparent and measured constantly. Trend number 4, place positioning. 2021 is expected to be the year of the beginning of the recovery from the economic crisis. Make no mistake, the recovery will stay with us for many years to come. This means that competition between places, cities, counties, and countries will intensify, especially among those who relied heavily on tourism. The global tourism industry has been hit in an unprecedented fashion, far and wide. In 2021, local and national decision makers will begin their efforts to rehabilitate the reputation and performance of their places. The practices of place branding and country positioning are expected to experience a very high demand. For destinations that have suffered from chronic reputational underperformance, this is going to be an uphill battle, which may take years to recover from. USC's historian Professor Nick Hall, my good friend, coined the term reputational security. It refers to the strong correlation between a place's reputation and its ability to overcome geopolitical challenges. There's only one superpower left in the world, says Professor Call, global public opinion. The list of victims of weak reputational security is long. A place's reputation could be impacted by general traits such as national character, or by very specific experience-based perceptions such as lack of service awareness, untidy appearance, rampant corruption, crime, public disobedience, lack of sufficient infrastructure, etc. In 2021, places will begin to improve their reputation by engaging in efforts previously viewed as too expensive or even experimental. This will be the year of places who wish to improve their brand. Trend number 5, cashless systems. In 2021, we will continue to make incremental yet steady progress towards a cashless world. Cashless is achieved by the embrace of digital information known as the electronic representation of money. We used to be cashless in the past. Forms of exchange and barter economy were common until cash emerged. 2021 will signal further progress in the move towards a society where cash is replaced by its digital equivalent. COVID-19 created a new fear. Cash transmits disease as well. Time magazine quoted a 2002 study in the Southern Medical Journal which found pathogens on 94% of dollar bills tested. Paper money can reportedly carry more germs than a household toilet, the magazine concluded. In addition, cashless will reduce crime, money laundering, and tax evasion, will increase convenience and efficiency, but could also increase the risk of information breach. The technology is already here. On the regulator's side, there is a widespread realization that going cashless will increase safety, transparency, and more importantly, boost tax incomes for government. Some countries, such as Sweden, Denmark, and Norway, were quick to adopt cashless payment solutions. Sweden embraced cashless payment in a very big way. It is estimated that currently only 15% of payments in Sweden involve cash transactions. China has embraced cashless payments through the popular app WeChat, and in Africa, Kenya has long been a forerunner in terms of digital payments and has become the first nation to go cashless in Africa. COVID-19 will help the regulators of 2021 and even beyond realize the tremendous benefits of going cashless. Trend number 6, higher education. The fast transition to remote learning imposed by COVID-19 has ignited the trends that will transform higher education. The traditional model is under severe attack, and analysts expect a rapid change. Many see the crisis as an opportunity to grow and develop new value proposition in the field of higher learning. 4 trends will mark 2021 and beyond. First, for-profit entities will begin training and educating their own cadre of workers. Second, Western universities will face competition from China, India, and Korea, which are known today as major suppliers of students. As American English is increasingly becoming the undisputed language of the online world, traditional student source countries will become competitors by offering English courses themselves. Western universities that establish significant international presence, such as NYU with its 15 locations or RIT, Rochester Institute of Technology, with its 5 international locations, will have an easier time coping with the crisis. Currently, there are 84 campuses and satellite campuses of American universities around the world. They will face tough competition. Third, reliance on artificial intelligence as a source of education, mentoring, and learning. The technological improvements of the online experience will suppress tuition costs and increase reliance on artificial intelligence solutions. Fourth, and this will probably happen in years to come, is the humble return of the high school diploma. American sociologist Randall Collins wrote about the credential society, referring to the devaluation of high school diploma as a result of the tendency of higher learning institutions to inflate the market with the issuance of practical academic diplomas. COVID-19 caught the system at the height of its credentialism and education inflation crisis. The correction has begun. Trend number 7 is actually a macro trend that will surely go beyond 2021. COVID-19 created an inevitable clash between 2 forces. One that calls for a new world order, and the other that is opposing reforms and is pushing for the preservation of the old order. If you may, reformation versus preservation. Joe Biden's victory signals, in the eyes of many, the general global direction, reformation. Many claim that the recovery process from the economic devastation brought by the pandemic will be similar in scope and magnitude to the way the world recovered from the devastation of World War II. Here are 2 final thoughts in that context. 1. Multilateralism and the return of diplomacy. which was definitely a byproduct of World War II, will also mark the way we recover from COVID-19. Concrete steps had already been taken to engage in international collaboration around the need to develop effective medical solutions to COVID-19. This will also translate into the restoration of a more collaborative form of international relations. Biden already announced his intention to re-engage in multilateral diplomacy. 2. There is no economy without health, and health is related to the environment, to the way we treat our environment. Biden already announced the appointment of Senator Kerry as the new environment czar. It means climate change will take center stage, tying the outbreak of COVID-19 to the way humans mistreated the environment. It looks like 2021 will be the year of many beginnings. Let's hope its promise will be fulfilled. Have a great year. Thank you for listening.